Be someone's greatest gift. I need a relationship in which I don't have to keep explaining myself. Nothing is more tiring than having to constantly explain yourself. Emotional tiredness drains you far more than physical tiredness. So, the search is that for a relationship in which I can enjoy the freedom of trust where I don't have to explain everything about me. I need a relationship in which I won't be held against myself. I have my strengths. I have my shortcomings. The search is for that one relationship in which my lesser side will not be provoked and instigated constantly. I want that one relationship in which my positives will always be brought to the surface. I need a relationship in which my today is not viewed with the mistakes I made yesterday. Being human, I am bound to err ever now and then. I want someone who won't maintain a database of my mistakes. The search is for that relationship where yesterday's fight does not halt today's communication, where yesterday was over yesterday. I need a relationship in which it is not me who has to take the initiative all the time. I need a relationship where I can be transparent. I need a relationship in which I don't have to alter my likes and dislikes to gain and retain the relationship. I need a relationship in which my self-image is not scratched. I need a relationship in which I am not asked to be anyone else. I need a relationship in which I feel completely myself, even more than when I am with my own self. I need that one relationship in which I feel as though I am once again in my mother's womb, a relationship in which my heart always feels just born. Oh, my dear readers, if you already have one such relationship, please go down on your knees in gratitude, for there cannot be a greater gift from life. Such a relationship is life's greatest gift. If you don't have one, despair not. Didn't he say from the mountaintop, "Do unto others what you want others to unto you"? Can you be that one to someone else? Gift ourselves into someone's life. Love someone so completely that you make yourself worthy of being someone's greatest gift. People feel your love not by what you are with them, but by what they can be with you. In the presence and fragrance of your love, let your beloved blossom. Your most precious resource is yourself. Are you using yourself enough? Japan decided to venture into manufacturing steel in the early 1960s. The two fundamental raw materials required for manufacturing steel are iron ore and coal, neither of which was available in Japan. But Japan knew where it could import these raw materials from, where they were available in abundance, and it also knew where to export its finished steel, where the demand was great. The result, by the late 1960s, Japan became the largest exporter of steel in the world. In less than a decade, an industrial revolution happened. How? Better resource management? Let's say it costs 10 rupees to produce a product, and it is sold at 11 rupees with a profit margin of 1 rupee. One way of earning an additional rupee of profit is to generate another sale of 11 rupees, which means sales have to be increased by 100%. Another way is to find out how the product can be produced at 9 rupees, which means that the additional profit of 1 rupee can be earned with 10% improved production efficiency and the same amount of sales. No, I am certainly not advocating cutting corners or compromising on quality, but screaming better resource management. In most startups and medium-sized business units, the cost of their money, interest paid on borrowings, eats into their profits. When you audit their functioning, you realize that the problem is not the lack of funds, but pathetic and inefficient fund management. Inefficiency in generation of cash flow and recklessness in managing cash outflow lead them into crisis borrowing at higher rates of interest, thus eroding their profits. Year after year, there is an increase in turnover, but inexplicably it does not translate as increase in profits. At the same time, observe well-managed and efficiently led giants of organizations. Every year they show growth in both turnover as well as profits. How? Better resource management. Indians cry that the population is a major problem. What has the world done about it? It has seen the same population as a source of efficient manpower at a lesser cost. The world has outsourced so much of their operations to India and improved their profitability. Better resource management. By luring multinationals to set up their operations in and around Dubai, Dubai has turned its barren deserts into an economic hub. Better resource management. It's not that you don't have time, it's about managing the resource called time efficiently. It's not that you don't have enough space, it's about managing the resource called space efficiently. It's not that you don't have enough money and hence you are not rich. It's about managing the resource called money. The little there is efficiently enough to become rich. Without iron ore and coal, Japan was able to become the largest exporter of steel in the 1960s. With nothing, Japan produced something. Then we have got to believe that with something, everything can be achieved. Somewhere in your life, same resource is either being wasted or being inefficiently managed. Find out what it is and improve upon it. Of course, your most precious resource is yourself. Are you using yourself enough? There is no saturation in life, only saturated minds. There is no stagnation in life, only stagnant people. Life is a mere open parenthesis. Fill as much as you want. There is no closed parenthesis. There is as much room as your heart can conceive, as much room as your mind can believe, as much room as your attitude towards life. The only word that can befit life is more. Either don't do it or do it with devotion, nothing in between. Take a lemon and cut it into two. Use a squeezer and squeeze the juice into a glass. Add the required amount of sugar and a pinch of salt, preferably black salt. The lime juice is ready. Before that, fill the glass with cold water and stir thoroughly. It's such a simple preparation, and yet lime juice does not taste the same when made by two different people. Beyond lemon, sugar, salt and water, there is an invisible ingredient in the preparation of lime juice, and this invisible ingredient makes all the difference. In everything we make, create and produce, there is an invisible ingredient, and this invisible ingredient makes the difference between the better and the best, the ordinary and the extraordinary, the good and the excellent. Was the work done with love and happiness, or was it performed with apathy and reluctance? The involvement of the heart in any task performed is that invisible ingredient. Is the heart 101% into what it is being done? That's the crucial question. I once told my daughter, Kutti, either cook happily with love or don't cook at all. I can feel the difference in taste. Food that is served either has life or is just dead matter. The difference lies in how much heart went into making it. Devotion is not a quality that should be reserved only for places of worship and altars of God. Devotion in everything we do, 101% of the heart's involvement in what we do is devotion. In dedication, you give of what you have and what you can. In devotion, you give yourself. Any work can become a prayer if performed with the sacredness of devotion. The natural byproducts of devotion are concentration, happiness and love. The precision, the finesse, the aura, the devotion alone can achieve. Tiredness and devotion are inversely proportional. Only when we begin to perform each and every act of ours with a sense of devotion will we realize one of the unspoken laws of nature, which is man was not designed for tiredness. If you know a man who knows not tiredness, then know that you know a man for whom everything is an expression of devotion and all his acts are acts of prayer. Either don't do it or do it with devotion, nothing in between. In prayer, you talk to existence. In meditation, you listen to existence. In prayer, you listen to your own voice. In meditation, you listen to the beyond. Prayer is communication with existence. Meditation is a communion with existence.